Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today, as you already know since you clicked on the thumbnail, we are talking about laundry. Now, in my opinion, laundry and keeping the kitchen clean are the two most challenging things to stay on top of for anyone who wants to keep their house clean. There are a couple reasons that these tasks can be so challenging. The first is because they never end. Doing the laundry isn't like cleaning the bathroom, for example, where you can clean the bathroom once and expect it to somewhat stay the same for at least a few days. As many internet memes have pointed out for us, laundry stays done for approximately 2 seconds. As soon as you think you are all caught up with the laundry, someone will decide to change and make more dirty laundry for you. I mean, you can kind of think of it as job security, but I personally just found it really annoying before I started doing laundry the way I'm going to show you in this video. And the other reason that laundry is a challenge to stay on top of, and it actually makes it even more challenging than staying on top of the dishes, for example, is because it is not a simple task. A simple task is something that you start and work on until it's complete. Meal planning, for example, is a complex task. There are a lot of things that have to happen for meal planning to go well. But cleaning the bathrooms or cleaning the kitchen is a simple task. It's something that you can start and work on until it is completed. Laundry is a complex task. And this is especially the case in this day and age now that we have washing machines. Washing machines make our lives easier in a lot of ways. But in some ways, it can be a little bit more challenging because we put the clothes into the washer and then we walk away and go do something else. And we have to remember to go back, switch it into the dryer, and then we walk away and go do something else. And then still later, we have to remember to come back and fold the clothes and put them away to complete the task. And the last reason that laundry is so challenging to stay on top of is when you are doing laundry, it gives you a false sense of accomplishment. It is really easy to load that first load into the washer, start it, and feel like you've accomplished something, even though you've actually done very little of the process. And before you know it, often what happens is now you just have a huge pile of clean clothes on the floor instead of a pile of dirty clothes. So in this video, I am going to show you my simple weekly laundry routine that keeps me from getting bogged down and overwhelmed. And I'm also going to share with you several tips for how you can solve your laundry problem. If you're new to my channel, I'm Kassy with makingtimeforgiggles.com, and I make videos all about making mom life simple. So be sure to subscribe down below and ring the bell next to it if you would like to see more videos like this one. So I'm going to start with the biggest thing that I did that really revolutionized the way that I did my laundry. And that is I went from having a laundry day where I did all of my laundry on one day of the week to doing one load of laundry every weekday. When I did all of my laundry on one day of the week, I would put it off for as long as possible because I knew it was going to be a huge task and I really dreaded doing it. Then when I finally did start doing my laundry day, it would take all day long, and by the end of the day, I would usually just end up with a pile of clean clothes on the floor instead of a pile of dirty ones. And I was way too overwhelmed to start folding it at that point. So it usually just ended up sitting there, getting wrinkly, and we would go to the pile throughout the week and find what we were wanting to wear and wear it and go back the next day to get whatever else we wanted out of the pile. Usually it didn't get folded all week long because it was just so overwhelming for me to try to find the time to fold that massive mountain of clothes. So I never actually completed the laundry when I did it on one laundry day. When I switched to doing laundry on multiple days of the week, there were so much less clothes that were clean at the end of the day that it was much easier to convince myself to fold them and put them away. So before I go over any other tips, I'm going to show you my simple laundry routine in case seeing someone else's routine helps you come up with your own. And this is what works for us as a family of 4. We have my husband and I, and we have 2 girls that are 2 and 5. Now, I will say with that, everyone is potty trained. If you are currently potty training, you might need to do laundry more often than this. I have found it works for us to do about 1 load of clothes per person per week. But if you have babies, if you are cloth diapering like we did, you probably will have to do some extra loads here and there. So for us, what is working right now is Sunday is an optional laundry day. I usually don't do laundry on Sundays, but if our weekend has been really crazy, if we have been out hiking or doing some other activity that we've been really dirty with, I will do an extra load of laundry just to kind of catch up from the weekend activities on Sunday. On Monday, I do my first load of clothes from start to finish. On Tuesday, I do my second load of clothes from start to finish. With those 2 days of washing clothes, that usually gets me pretty caught up with the clothing from the weekend. So then on Wednesday, I will wash any towels or sheets that need done. Wednesday is the only day I let myself do more than one load if I want to, and that's because towels and sheets are really easy to fold. So even if I do a few loads of towels and or sheets, I don't feel like it takes me forever to get them all folded and put away at the end of the day. On Thursday, I do my third load of clothes, and on Friday, I do my last load of clothes. And like I've mentioned in my cleaning routine video, Saturday for me is a day off of cleaning. And I highly recommend trying that out for any moms who feel overwhelmed and stressed with all the cleaning. Taking a day off to recharge your batteries can actually make a huge difference in your morale and in your ability to keep cleaning all throughout the rest of the week. The only thing that I will do on Saturday is I will keep the kitchen clean. So I will do the dishes that need to be done for that day. But other than that, it's just a day off. Now, one thing I will say, if you are going to try doing one load of laundry per day, don't feel like you have to completely catch up on all of your laundry before you can implement this system. This system will naturally get you caught up on laundry because you don't wear an entire load of laundry every single day. At least, I hope not. Maybe if you do, you might need to get a larger washing machine. But for most people, you don't actually wear as many clothes per day as can fit in your washer. So if you just continue doing one load per day, you will naturally get caught up. Now, the second thing I did when I was changing the way I did my laundry is I worked my laundry routine into my daily schedule. I use a block schedule to organize my day, and I go into more detail about that in this video here if you want to check that out. But this solves the problem of laundry being a complex task that you have to keep remembering to go back to over and over again. If you work it into your daily schedule, then it just naturally becomes part of the flow of your day, and you won't forget the laundry in any stage of the process. So since my laundry room is upstairs near the bedrooms, starting the laundry goes in my first block of the day. And I will start the laundry before we even come downstairs and eat breakfast. Then during my second block of the day, I will switch the laundry from the washer into the dryer. And I'll often do this right before nap time, and it provides a nice white noise for the kids as I'm doing other things around the house. Then right after nap time, which begins our fourth block of the day, our evening block, the girls and I will typically fold the clothes and put them all away before we get started doing anything else. And by doing the laundry throughout the day like this, I don't ever forget the laundry in any of the steps. And it's also done well before the evening starts. So I never find myself folding clothes way into the evening after the kids are in bed. And I can just enjoy that time for myself. If you work outside the home, you can still work it out so that you aren't folding all evening every evening. You can put the laundry into the washer as soon as you get home from work. You can switch the laundry before you eat supper. And you could even wait until the next morning to fold the clothes. And then you're still doing a full load every day. It's just slightly out of order. You'll be starting off with the folding and then doing the washing and the drying later in the day. But look at your schedule and see if you can figure out a way to make it work for you and still give yourself some downtime in the evening. The next thing you can do if you are getting into the habit of working the laundry into your schedule and you don't want to forget a step of doing laundry is you can set a timer for yourself. Set a timer when you know the washer will be done washing. Set a timer when you know the dryer will be done drying. And that way you will make sure that you aren't leaving laundry sitting in the washer and getting stinky, and you won't be leaving any laundry in the dryer getting all wrinkly. It can just make sure you're keeping the process moving along and you aren't missing any steps along the way. The next thing I did that really helped me with the laundry problem is I stopped washing clean clothes. Now, this probably seems obvious to most people, but before I started doing laundry this way, there were a lot of times when I had to re-wash clean clothes, because the dirty clothes mountain would get really close to the clean clothes mountain, and it would be really hard to tell which was dirty and which was clean. So I would end up re-washing a lot of clean clothes or re-washing things that had just been sitting on the floor for a really long time. But the other way that I noticed that I had been washing clean clothes is especially the kids would wear pajamas, for example, one time, take them off and put them in the laundry. And the pajamas really weren't dirty. or they would wear one pair of jeans around the house for a day, take them off, and put them in the laundry. And again, the jeans really weren't that dirty. So we started having them wear pajamas multiple nights in a row, and as long as they don't stink, we'll have them wear them again. Usually around 3 to 5 nights. I mean, they're not wearing them for months or anything like that. But wearing them multiple times saves a lot of laundry. Also clothes. If their clothes aren't actually dirty, meaning they have dirt on them or stink, we have them wear them again, usually just 1 or 2 times for day clothes. But this cuts down a lot on the amount of clothes that I have to wash. Use your judgment and see if there are some things that you're washing that you really don't need to be washing. I usually find, even for myself, that I can wear pajamas and jeans or jean shorts multiple days before they start getting dirty. So take a look at what you're washing and see if this is another way you can cut down on the amount of laundry that you have. The next thing I did that really helped me with the laundry problem is I cut down the amount of clothes that we own. If you've watched my channel much, you've probably seen me in the same outfits multiple times. And that's because I don't own that many clothes, and I'm okay with that. I own a few things that I really like, that fit me well, and that I feel good in, and I got rid of the rest. This may not seem like it has a lot to do with laundry, but if you're doing laundry the way that I was, where I did one laundry day when I absolutely had to do laundry because I was running out of clothes. If you own lots and lots of clothes and lots of options, it will just take you longer before you run out of clothes, and you have to do the laundry. Then when you do the laundry, there will be twice as many clothes on the floor clean as there would be if you only had clothes that you really loved. So I went through my clothes and I went through my girls' clothes, and I kept only the things that we really like to wear, the things that we choose even when all of our clothes are clean. And I got rid of all of the other stuff. Now I should clarify, with my own clothes, I did donate them and get rid of them. But with the kids' clothes, especially my older daughter's clothes, I did not get rid of them. I would get a bin and I would put them in the bin and save them for my younger daughter. Because I have found that the clothes that my older daughter loves and can't live without aren't my second daughter's favorites. So I'm really glad I saved those clothes, and she can use some of the other things that her sister wasn't as thrilled with. I have seen a lot of minimalist influencers who say, get rid of the kids' clothes too and just buy more if you need them. But I'm just too frugal of a person to do that, and I couldn't bear to throw the clothes away when I knew I had another child who could easily use some of the same clothes. So I'm really glad that I saved them, and they're also very different body types, and some of the clothes that fit the first one really well don't fit the second one, and vice versa. So I am glad I saved all of the kids' clothes, and you just may want to keep that in mind. If you do want to downsize their clothes, grab a tote and stick it in the garage if you have another child that you think might use them. Now, I will say, if you are downsizing your clothes, don't go through your spouse's clothes and get rid of things for them. Make sure they are on board and let them go through their own clothes if they want to do that. Just downsizing your clothes and your kids' clothes will make a huge difference in the amount of laundry that you do. The next thing I did to make laundry a lot easier on myself is I got rid of a lot of white clothing. It may seem slightly ironic to have a minimalist wardrobe that doesn't have tons of black or white in it, but white just isn't the most flattering color on me or my kids. And I'm about as graceful as a rhinoceros in a china shop. And if there's a way to spill something on my outfit, I will find it. And this especially happens if I'm wearing white. So in addition to not wanting my clothes stained with a variety of colors, I also found it really hard to keep my whites that weren't stained white. And I tried all the things. I washed them all by themselves. I bleached them. I've used the bluing agents. I have tried everything. And I still felt like my whites just ended up looking really dingy. So we got rid of pretty much all of our whites. We do still have a couple here and there that have seemed to hold up okay. But I found not having whites has saved me a lot of time, because the next thing that I was able to do when I was changing up the way that I did my laundry is I stopped sorting my clothes. I don't sort my clothes into colors and darks and whites anymore. I just plop everything into the washer and let it be. And I haven't noticed any problems by doing that. And it just saves me a lot of time, and it saves me an extra step. The only exception to this rule is that I do still do my towels and my sheets separately. This is partly because I like to wash them in hot water and I don't like to wash my regular clothes in hot water. So I will do my towels and my sheets in separate loads. And I have also found that when I have tried to do them all in one load, the towels and sheets kind of just end up overwhelming all of the other clothes, and I don't feel like the clothes get as clean that way, because there's just something really bulky taking up a lot of the soap and the water. So that is the exception to the rule of not sorting. But like I mentioned when I was showing you my schedule, I do towels and sheets on a different day than I wash clothing, so I still don't have to sort them. Another thing I changed when I started doing my laundry differently is I quit leaving the laundry room to fold the clothes. It used to be that in the evenings I would haul all of the laundry down the stairs on my laundry day, and I would fold the clothes while we hung out or watched something. It would take so much time just to get all of the laundry downstairs, fold the laundry, and then haul it all back upstairs once it was folded. I've found just folding the laundry in the laundry room saves me a lot of time instead of moving it back and forth. I would say an exception to this is if you do all of your laundry in the evenings and you do want to sit and watch something as you're folding, it might make sense to do that. And if you are only doing one load in a day, it won't be so much that you have to haul back and forth. But I have found even with folding smaller loads, it saves a lot of time to just fold the laundry in the laundry room as I'm pulling it out of the dryer. Another thing that I have found makes folding the laundry go a lot faster is to stand up while I fold. It used to be that I would sit down on the floor with the laundry kind of piled all around me, and I felt that it just made things even more overwhelming when you were kind of down in the laundry trying to fold it. And I've found that just by standing up, it helps me see all the items better and kind of batch the items as I'm folding them. So I will often start with jeans, which are usually the biggest items in the clothing pile, and then move to t-shirts, and then move to socks and underwear. Not only does this help me manage my time a little better by folding this way, but it also gives me a little bit more energy through the process. If you're sitting down, you just don't have as much energy to keep going as if you're standing up actively working on something. The next thing I do differently now, I have already touched on, but I do want to mention it again because it makes such a big difference. And that is I fold as I am pulling the clothes out of the dryer. Before I started doing my laundry this way, like I said, I would end up with mountains of clean clothes on the floor that very soon just started to look like mountains of dirty clothes again. And by folding as I pull things out of the dryer, it just keeps me from that old habit of just pulling things out and leaving it on the floor. And the next thing you want to make sure you do is put the clothes away right away, because having piles of folded clothes isn't that much neater than having piles of unfolded clothes. This is a great way to get the kids involved if you have young children. I will often stay in the laundry room folding while the girls will run each item of clothing to the proper rooms. And the last thing you want to do to make laundry much easier for you is to get everyone involved. Don't feel like you have to do all of the laundry by yourself. Even really young kids can help with just about every part of the process. And especially if you work outside of the home, don't feel bad about getting your spouse involved in the laundry as well. When both Ross and I had jobs where we went to work all day, every day, he was in charge of all the laundry every week. And I didn't feel bad about it because I think if you can share going to work, you can also share getting things done at home. Now that I am home with the kids, I do the laundry every week, but that's because I'm home and I can work it into my daily schedule a little bit easier than he can. So make sure whatever you do with your laundry routine works for you and for your family. If you would like to see the other 6 routines that I think every mom should have, check out this video here. And I will also put a link in the description down below with a brand new printable that I just came out with, and I'm really excited for you guys to see. So be sure to check that out as well if you'd like some additional help coming up with your routines. I hope you found this video helpful in creating your own laundry routine. Be sure to give it a thumbs up if you did so more people can find it. And let me know in the comments down below which of the tips you are most excited to try at your house. Again, I'm Kassy with MakingTimeForGiggles.com, and I make videos all about making mom life simple and easy. So be sure to subscribe down below and ring the bell next to it if you'd like to see more videos like this one. I'll see you there.